All right. I'm not quite sure what to call this or what to name this or how to go about this, but I'm just going to jump right in. As a man of honor, integrity, and all that, I feel the need to do this. So let's just start with the backstory and go from there. Before the start of the season, during one of the fantasy shows, I made the proclamation that the 2019 version of Jameis Winston would have a higher fantasy outlook, or not outlook, would score more fantasy points than the 2020 version of Tom Brady. That's sort of the backstory. I wrote an article ripping Matthew Berry for his effusive praise of Tom Brady. He had Tom Brady ranked seventh on the season. I thought it was ridiculous. I didn't think Brady even deserved to be in the Winston conversation fantasy wise. Winston, of course, last year finished as QB4. So, again, my argument was 0% chance that Tom Brady outscores the 2019 version of Jameis Winston. Let's fast forward to the actual results because I challenged Matthew Berry and I pretty much said, I don't even know what I said of him. I'll have to go back and read it. I probably should have did that. But I do remember specifically saying if Brady outscored the 2019 version of Winston, I would wail myself in the face. I'd punch myself in the face. And it wouldn't have been the first time, and it probably won't be the last time. I've knocked myself out already. So I have no problem punching myself in the face again. Wouldn't be the first, wouldn't be the last. Probably won't be the last. Let's fast forward to the results here because one of our guys, Adam Ramirez, who, I don't always agree with, I think he's a little kooky sometimes, but he rightfully called me out, despite the fact that, on the scorecards, I technically did win the battle. Winston Winston outscored Brady according to the Fantasy Pros sheet. In the original article I used, that's the scoring system I used, so I will keep it for the end results. Winston outscored Brady by a hair. And if Brady wouldn't have gotten benched in the second half of the Lions game, I would have lost. Fully admit, hand up, I got lucky, but let's not go crazy here at the same time. I technically did win. So, punching myself in the face doesn't quite feel correct because while I went a little overboard, Winston technically outscored Brady. Winston finished as QB4 in 2019. Brady finished as QB8 in 2020. Matthew Berry also had Brady ranked seventh. He finished as quarterback 8. So technically, Matthew Berry had him overdrafted. So I technically, while close, while probably incorrect in my argument, was technically right about everything that I said. Now, did I go overboard with it being a 0% chance? Absolutely. So, as a man of honor and integrity, and again, I would have had no problem punching myself in the face for being wrong. Hand up, no problem acknowledging when I'm wrong. I did it last year with Josh Jacobs. Now, despite the fact that Josh Jacobs isn't a first round caliber running back, he's significantly better than I thought he was. I apologized. 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, I did not want JD Martinez on the Red Sox. Didn't want him. I wanted Eric Hosmer. I wanted the Sox to sign Eric Hosmer. Big dummy I was. Hand up apology, wrote the blog. I'd like to think that I'm pretty good at this stuff. For those who read the site, have noticed that this is one of the gifts I was born with. I'm pretty good at this sports thing. So the good man upstairs makes sure to humble me once a year. Once a year, I really get something wrong. Just to humble myself. So that's the way it goes. But more importantly, despite the fact that I technically was not wrong, I'm more so doing this to set an example because our guy Scott Logish, and I don't want to spend too much time because it's a side tangent, but our guy Scott Logish directly challenged me before the season and put Dalvin Cook on his don't eat the cheese list. Now, for those who don't know, don't eat the cheese is, hey, do not draft this guy. This guy will be overvalued. If you draft this guy, he will tank your fantasy season. Now, after Scott directly challenged me, we know how that went. Dalvin Cook finished as the RB2 on the season. Pretty much doesn't get worse than what Scott had to say. Now, the problem is Scott is not a man of honor and integrity. Scott is now digging himself further into a hole, and our guy Alex is up his ass and trying to get him to apologize. I told Scott, I wouldn't have made the gif of Dalvin Cook spanking him, but he continues to hide like a little girl. So that's not the way to handle it. I'm going to handle it correctly as a manner of honor, integrity, hand up. Now, I was not technically wrong, but I felt the need to do something. Now, for being right, I'm not going to punch myself in the face because I technically did win. However, I will do something. I'm going to give myself a good slap. So it's not quite a punch because I was right, but I think I deserve a good slap. So we're going to get ready here. And again, would have had no problem punching myself in the face. Wouldn't have been the first time, wouldn't have been the last time, but we're going to get one. Oh, that felt good. All right, one more. All right. There we go. That's honor, integrity. Okay. If you're wrong, hand up, admit it. Good slap. I'm going to do one more actually because, I'm in a good mood. Two more. Okay. Good slap. That's honor, integrity. That's the way you handle things. All you people here at Vendetta. Lead by example. That's what Trey Dalbert always says. All right. That's going to do it.